Raptors lose 94-89 to the Philadelphia 76ers. The Raptors didn't really deserve to win this game. As much as I love my boys and I hope they win as many games as they can, tonight they didn't deserve it, really. They didn't shoot well at all. I mean, they did shoot 40%, but that's not the Toronto Raptors we know. And, Philly only shot 44%, but the Raptors, they shot 25% from three. 65% from the line. 65. That is no good for this team. They are one of the best free throw shooting teams in the NBA, and they shoot 65%. Not only do you lose the game to the 76ers, DeMarre Carroll, well, you lost him for the game at least. The way he looked, it doesn't really look good at all. You might be losing him for a little bit longer, maybe a while longer, depending on what's wrong. Good news is the X-rays came back negative. There was nothing really wrong. It's just a sore neck. Now, hopefully that is just it. Hopefully it's just a sore neck. There's no concussion. There's no nothing. I mean, the way he looked, though, he could barely walk under his own power. So that's not good. The Raptors did not look good in this game, and it blows my mind sometimes, right? Seeing Kyle Lowry and DeMar 24 and 25 points. Now, you'd think that's great. And it is. It's not bad at all. DeMar shot 52%. He had a pretty good night. Really bad first little bit. He was like 0 of 6 to start the game. And then Kyle Lowry with 5 of 13 for 38%. But you know what? Like we've been saying, the supporting cast is the reason you win games. The reason this team especially wins games. And JV, yes, he had a double-double, 10 and 16, but he shot 5 of 11 for 45%. It's okay. We've seen JV at 50% plus a lot, right? And then you see Terrence Ross, who had an abysmal night, 3 of 10 for 30%, 2 of 7 from deep. Corey Joseph, 5 points. He was 2 of 5. Norman Powell, 2 of 6, 33%. And the only big great news I can take out of this game is that we had Jared Sullinger back. I was not expecting him to play this game, and then I get the update saying that he's available to play tonight, which was great. And he didn't look bad. In 14 minutes, he had 8 points and 3 rebounds. I was impressed with what he brought. I like what he brought. He has some more practicing and work and time to do on his threes, and on that one free throw. But you know what? It's going to take time for him to get his feet back in order, or his shooting skills, or whatever you want to call it. He looked pretty good for me, especially in his first test. He looked very good. So, and he shot 40% as well. So, I mean, it sucks, But hey, the 76ers outplayed the Raptors. They did. Fred Van Vliet, man, it's so difficult to say. He had 2 points. However, those 2 points, my goodness. If you guys didn't see it, check it. It's like he's an acrobatic or something, right? It was like an acrobatic shot. He's going down, hey now, let's throw it up, and it went in. It was a great shot by him. More or less lucky shot, I guess. But you know what? We'll take the 2 points even though we lost by 5. But it's just a game where the Raptors did not play well. You can arguably say that the second half of a back-to-back, but the 76ers, when you're the second-place team in the conference, I don't care who you're playing. If it's a team out of the playoffs, you should, on paper, beat them, especially a team you've beat 14 straight times coming into this game. The Raptors had every reason to beat this team. They have been playing great ball of late. I'm not going to deny that. They have been playing very well. But the Raptors still should have beat them because they didn't look good tonight. They did not look like the Toronto Raptors. And also something I actually forgot to mention, even when DeMarre Carroll was playing, he was 0 of 6 shooting. It wasn't good. He was an 0 of 4 from 3. So it's a game where you got to look back and say the Raptors did not play well. They didn't. But they only lost by 5. Ideally, they shouldn't have lost. but it happened. They didn't play well at all, but they lost by 5. You know, you got to take it like it is. I mean, the Raptors seem to be finding a way to lose to these teams. You know, they've lost to Philly. They've lost. We're not going to talk about Sacramento anymore because that just brings back bad memories. I mean, yes, they did do very well on the last 4 games when they should have beat those teams, but this is a team you should have beat, right? That's their 14th win. I understand they've been playing great ball. It's still a team you got to beat, and they didn't come out to win today, you know. And Philly did late in the game. Philly didn't collapse. They fought hard and they got the win. It pains me to say that the Raptors didn't play well because I love them, but they didn't. And they got it. It just didn't look good. It didn't look good, and I think you guys can agree with that. But this is why we watch sports, because you got to move on. You've got to take it as it is. It's a garbage loss, but you've got to move on. Because the Raptors probably get on a plane, and they head to Charlotte to face a team that is not playing well at all. Remember Charlotte when they were above the Raptors earlier in the year, second place in the conference? They're not out of a playoff spot, or they might be back in now, but they're a 500 club, 21-21. They have not played well of late, so can the Raptors pounce on their chance to, you know, on a team that's not playing well? Well, they should. Will they? We have to wait and see. I mean, that's why we watch, right? So it sucks, you know. It does, and it hurts my heart, but it is what it is, guys, you know. And that is going to do it for this one. If you guys enjoyed the video and disliked the game, hit that like button if that makes any sense to you guys, because I'm trying to make sense of it myself. Hit the subscribe button if you guys haven't already. Comment down below what you guys thought of the game, and what you guys think of Sullinger in his first little bit of time as a Toronto Raptor. I thought he did pretty good. It's just going to take some time to get him adjusted like it did DeMarre Carroll last year. There we go. It's better. All right, and we'll talk to you guys tomorrow night, Leafs edition, Leafs and Rangers. Leafs going for their 4th straight win, and they're looking to keep on rolling. And we'll talk to you guys, what is that, Friday night. Ooh, it's going to be a Friday night game. Raptors and, I was going to say Bobcats. Those were the days, eh? Those were the good old days. Friday night, Raptors, Hornets. Talk to you guys then. See ya.